ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the backer beta, the backer public beta of BattleTech. The first backer single-player public beta of BattleTech. The game that's bringing back sort of like the MechWarriors and Mechs of yesteryear in a turn-based tactical mech game, which I was looking forward to so much after first of all backing it on Kickstarter, and then seeing some of the earlier videos that came out this year, and I was really looking forward to this. All there is at the moment is the single player mode with you versus the AI, and you can't customize mechs, so you can customize your team. You can customize your lance, which is a lance is a group of 4 mechs. The enemy's lance, you can also set the enemies to random. You can set what maps. You've got 5 maps to work with at the moment, and moves depend on what map it is, I think. River Crossing is the standard one. You can also change the value of the mission. You start with small, and you can change either. You can either use a preset lance, or you can change your own lances and your own MechWarriors, own mechs and MechWarriors. And it has a lot of mechs in it. Not all yet. You can't individually upgrade them yet. But you get locusts, you get the urban mech, you get 3. You can split by tonnage. You get all the names together. You get 3 versions of Locust: Locust 1V, Locust 1S, and Locust 1M. You get 2 commandos, an urban mech, a Jenner, a Panther, a Vindicator, Trebuchet, Hunchback, Centurions. 2 Hunchbacks, apparently. Even though they should be together. A Kintaro, Griffins, Shadowhawks, Griffins, Quick Draws, Catapults, Jaeger mechs, Orions, Victors, Awesomes, Battlemaster, and the almighty Atlas, which is probably, together with the Mad Cat, which currently isn't here, or the Timberwolf, the Atlas is probably the quintessential mech from BattleTech. Beautiful, tall mech. Very, very nice indeed. But even though I love MechWarrior and Mechs and stuff like that, I never really played BattleTech in the old rules. So it's a bit of a new one for me, so I'm basically going to go with a random, not random, but I'm going to pick a lance preset, and we're going to fight versus a random one and see how that works out. You can also change your MechWarrior. MechWarriors have different stats: gunnery, piloting, guts, and tactics. Gunnery is how accurate you are. Piloting is your melee and evasiveness, I think. Guts is how much heat you can take without you switching off. And tactics is your view range, basically. And everyone's got its skill, which again in the game you can level up your MechWarriors and give them more skills. And in the game, this is why I really like it, because in the game there's going to be a running, endless campaign where you're basically building up your own mercenary company. Now, I love that stuff. That Mountain Blade Star Secretary stuff. I absolutely love it, having your own little faction. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But this is basically a show-off of the combat system. So we're going to go for, let's see, Light Striker gives us a Commando, a couple of Jenners, and a Hunchback. Really? The Commando's going to have, this is the Commando 2D. Commando with SRM-6, SRM-4s, and a medium laser. With Witness, but Witness has really high tactical and a sensor lock, which means you can basically give other people a chance to scan and fire out of line of sight. Jenner has jump jets, as indicated by that. These are Jenner Ds, right? These are Jenner Ds. Jenner Ds. SRM-4s, medium lasers, and jump jets. 4 medium lasers, that's not too bad. A lot of heat generation for medium lasers, but that's not too bad. Definitely going to be moving around a lot and making use of those medium lasers. Showboat gets Death from Angel of Death, which means you can jump onto someone for additional damage. Paradise gets Evasive Move. Your move action grants evasive regardless. Okay. So usually you have to sprint to grant evasive, but this lets you be evasive with move. And then Hunchback, of course, has a massive AC-20 in one shoulder, 2 medium lasers and a small laser. And Buckshot has... where's Buckshot? Buckshot has Bulwark. Remain guarded while remaining stationary. Okay, so that's interesting. So basically, a lot of moving around and Hunchback to punch up. Let's give that a go. We'll try this out. A lot of movement with the Jenners and the Commando. Then the Hunchback is just going to move around and basically sit still and shoot things with the AC-20. The AC-20 is basically a massive gun.
Commencing deployment. MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
Oof. Okay. Launch.
Command interface initiated.
So WSAD to move, Q and E to... Q and E or right click to look around. Scroll to look in and out. Okay, so what we have here, we have ourselves... We're currently not in turn-based because we haven't actually seen the enemy yet. We got two of our Jenners here with the lasers on the arms. You can see the lasers there, and there. All mechs have a central torso, a left and right torso, left and right arms, a head, and two legs, as well as rear left torso, rear right torso, and rear center torso. Every body part has armor and then structure. To destroy a body part, you have to destroy all the armor and then all the structure. If you destroy, for example, the left arm, the right torso, you will also destroy the right arm. If you destroy any part of the body, they can't use anything in that segment. So Jenner, for example, has 2 medium lasers and some SRM ammo on its right arm, and 2 jump jets in its right torso. 2 jump jets in its left torso, the lasers on its left arm. Central torso has a jump jet, so it's got 5 jump jets in all, and an SRM-4. And its head is probably the one that's right over there. Hits to the head are very unlikely, but you hurt the pilot if you do that, and the pilot can die, I think. Or at least it could die in the tabletop. So those are 2 of the Jenners. Let's also have ourselves the Commando here. The Commando has an SRM-6, an SRM-4, and a medium laser. So medium laser is probably on his left arm, SRM-4 on his right arm, SRM-6 in the central torso. Yep. And then we have our Hunchback with the AC-20, massive ballistic weapon on the right torso. Then medium lasers are probably going to be each arm. Medium laser on his left arm and right arm, just under there. And I think head has a small laser, right? Yeah, head has the small laser, which I believe is that over there. Right, okay. So, because we haven't actually met the enemies yet, we basically get free turns until combat, until we spot somebody. So we are gonna move around. Now, what else is there? This is... I don't know what that symbol is. That one basically means we're guarded. We also have entrenched because you haven't moved yet. The top one here is heat. Every weapon you fire generates heat. Every turn you lose a certain amount of heat depending on how many sinks you've got. If you go over the top, you start taking heat damage. If you max out, you have to shut down your mech for a turn to restart it, because you overheated. And the bottom one is stability. As you take like physical damage from either ballistic or missile weapons, you become unsteady. If you get topped out completely, you fall down to the ground and are vulnerable to cold shots, which are basically like critical hits. Right, so Hunchback. Hunchback wants to get in. If I just pick move, for example, you can see here my mech has to face a certain direction, and this white circle here is probably the best range for the AC-20. The AC-20 wants to be very, very close. Medium lasers probably want to stay up to this range here, and we can maybe hit something over there, but we'd rather not. I think AC-20s can go all the way up to here. I think this small here might be the small laser. Small lasers have a really short range. And over there is probably the medium laser range. Let's see about moving forward. Just stay in the forest, shall we? Just get some... Because your thing is bulwark. If you don't move, you gain guarded. We want to move up here, okay. Let's start moving you forward, Hunchback. Hunchback with the massive AC-20 definitely wants to be right in the middle of everything. He's only got 10 shots with the AC-20. Really? That's interesting. Okay, right. Start moving. The Jenners are they're light mechs. They can move. They can definitely book it like crazy. They can also use jump jets to get to good places. We're gonna start moving, I think. These guys definitely need to move. You get evasive move, so you get to be evasive even if you regular move, which is useful. Okay, you move and go hide behind those rocks. At the same time, Commando, move over there, and this Jenner is going to move all the way over here, I think.
On my way.
Now, once we've moved, the enemy gets their move, and if we ever see each other, that's when combat will start. Enemy contact. So now we're in proper turn-based now.
Got a sensor trace.
Medium. We have 2 medium mechs. Like, this is random. There any light lance.
You see that sensor trace?
Okay, so we have 3 lights and a medium. They've got what looks to be 2 lights and 2 mediums. Because the way this works is by an initiative order. So every turn has 5 initiative steps. Light mechs start on 4, medium mechs start on 3, heavy mechs start on 2, and assault mechs start on 1. Certain pilots have skills which boost them up a stance. So if you have the initiative skill, whatever it's called, light will be on 5, medium will be on 4, heavy will be on 3, assault will be on 2. So this step, all the lights activate. I can choose to reserve my units into the next phase to combine all of them together, which I might do. I'm going to reserve. All my lights are going to go to this step, so they get their 2 light mechs are going to go first of all. They can't really see us right now. You've already moved. They can't see us either. Right, let's get some people in there. Let's pick the Jenner. Where's the Jenner? You.
What can I do for you?
You're going to move over here. Over there. Move over there. Is that guarded? I think that's in the forest. Is that for the forest? It is in the forest, so you're gonna get the cover mechanic, and it's an urban mech. So we got Kintaro, urban mech. Interesting. Look at that. Kintaro's over there. Big Kintaro, scary Kintaro. SRM6s though. So it's got a couple of medium lasers, a long range missiles, and some short range missiles. That's a lot of short range. You do not want to get them in short range. Okay, so attack. Now, if I attack. The only way I can attack is kind of it's out of range for me, but I can attack you. If I attack you, my to hits is low. You can see on the right here, my to hits are quite low. 40% to hits on all of them, because the long range shots, the target has moved, the target is small. So I definitely want to, and you can see how much heat I generate. I generate that much heat if I fire everything. If I can start turning off weapons to generate less heat. I'm going to fire all my medium lasers. 40% chance to hit. I could probably hit with one of them. I'm going to be hitting, I'll be hitting on this side of the mech because I'm attacking from the right side. So my hits will be generated on this side. And can hit the rear as well, apparently. Interesting. Right torso. AC-10 ammo's there. The urban mech has a small laser and an AC-10. AC-10s are basically smaller caliber big weapons, but with longer range. Fire away. 40% to hit. We dealt half damage there because it's currently entrenched. Okay, the Kintaro is moving. The Kintaro is moving, and the Kintaro's going to fire SRMs like crazy. Jenner's taking a lot of punishment there. Ooh, head hits as well. That was punishing. That Jenner took a lot of damage. Okay,
How might I help?
can you move? You can get to move over here. Wow, you just exploded that building as well. Okay, where can you move you? You want to move you in? You can move here and be evasive. You have the move's evasive passive. Whenever you move, you automatically get the evasive trait, which usually you have to sprint to do. So you're not only covering, you're also avoiding half the combat damage. And same thing with you, although because it's not as big. Long range, it's huge, and target moved, but it's not as small, so I can definitely fire that out. So fire the mediums against the Kintaro.
Target confirmed.
Get some good hits. He's in cover, so they all hit actually, nice. But because he's in cover in a forest, an equal hunchback. Hunchback just like my hunchback, it's a 4G as well. Ooh, that hit. That was AC-20. There you go, goodbye left torso. Left torso, I just lost 2 of my medium lasers. Okay, Commando. You got 2 SRMs and a medium laser. This is not great. We need to keep our movement up and running as quickly as possible here. Witness can sensor lock something, but it doesn't particularly want to. Fire at the Hunchback. Guess we'll fire our missile. We'll fire out everything at the Hunchback. See if we hopefully get a couple of hits.
Take this.
You got a nice few hits there, and it's still my turn because I've got far more enemies. Hunchback still has to go. How far can we go, Hunchback? My Hunchback is slow. Mine's a 4G, same as yours. Let's move up. Sprint into the cover of the forest. You can't really fire this turn, unfortunately. Okay. Next turn. Right, enemy's turn. AC-10s are just firing now. Okay, so you
Waiting for orders.
basically you're gonna sprint because you've got no armor on the central torso, and you've lost your left torso as well. So you're gonna basically sprint. You can't sprint either because you're unstable. Can you jump jet to a good position? No, you can't sprint either because you're unstable. Because you're unstable here, you can't actually sprint. You're in trouble. Can you get into cover somewhere? I think, is that a wall of some kind? Hang on. I think if you can jump over here, can you move over there? There's no need to jump if you can move. Okay. Let's sneak our way around. Let's sneak our way around. Also, you see there, it's currently unstable. If you're unstable, you can't sprint, and you're liable to be knocked over. So you're going to brace, which removes unsteady, and gain guarded, and entrenched. The other urban mech is moving along. You're the one who's taking damage. Okay. You sprinted, so you're evasive. We're actually going to cancel that out. We're going to basically... okay, we're going to... What are we going to do with you? Because I kind of want to make use... I want to sensor lock the urban. Okay, I can't... See, if I move straight backwards, I can't turn around completely. I can have a huge change in arc, but I can't turn around completely. I can hit 4 to reverse, but I can't reverse far enough. Definitely want to... Yeah. What I want to do... You're in a bad position there, Commando. Yeah, you're basically... You can see all of them from here. You're currently... So can you... I kind of want to sensor lock you, because if I sensor lock you, I'm going to press 6. You don't even need to move that much. You're in a forest as it is. Sensor lock the urban mech, which suppresses the evasive, which means that your evasive is cancelled out. And I get one more. Our General here gets a chance to fire off as well.
You have orders?
Right, gets to move over here. Technically, you can't shoot the... Interesting, you can't shoot the urban mech, but if you try to shoot the Kintaro, you'll hit the urban mech. Okay, we definitely want to move you, because if you move, you get evasive anyway. So you always want to be moving. Where's the best place to put you? I'm gonna put you over here.
Certainly.
I'm gonna put you over here for the time being, because you're evasive anyway. So attack you on that side, because it's the other side. We want to attack the other side to make use of the fact that we hit on that side. But right now we're going to basically attack everything on this side here. Fire.
On target.
Good hits on the left-hand side there. Good hits on the left-hand side there. Kintaro's moving up though. Definitely going for that commando. The commando's in serious trouble.
Nice try.
Luckily there's a spread of damage there. That wasn't too bad for us.
No.
Can we move over here? This be long range for us. We want to move forward. We definitely want to move... I want to move into the water, maybe. If you're in the water, you don't generate as much heat, so... I wasn't being too aggressive with these ones. I think you definitely want to be moving around and getting behind this attack behinds. Right, attacking... Let's get rid of the urban mech as quick as possible, right? That's going to be a nice hit on the urban mech, if hopefully we get that. It's an 85% chance to hit with the AC-20. Oh, beautiful. Left arm destroyed, left torso destroyed. Unsteady. Hunchback gets a go as well, though. Probably going to focus on the commando. And going to lose an arm on that, probably. Right arm destroyed. That was some of my SRMs, I think. Right. We're going to move you. We're going to move you over here. Start firing some shots. SRMs.
Tell me what to shoot.
Nice hits on that that side there. The urban mech is moving along.
Hang on.
Knocked down, left leg destroyed. That's inconvenient.
Took some shrapnel.
Very inconvenient, because now you're going to be down to your next turn. Okay, you need to move around still. You can move over here.
Right, Commander.
Get some shots into that urban mech. The urban mech is very close to dead. Look at that. It's taken damage to the central torso already. Or its central torso is unarmored. Sadly, it's hitting the wrong side. We're actually hitting him dead center. Why is it so bad to hit? Long range. Well, we're going to try to hit anyway.
Firing on target.
One missile hit, I think. Pretty much. If that. Nope. We actually got nothing out of that. That was a miss, I think. Yeah, miss as well. Okay. Which leaves our last Jenner to move around. Our last Jenner gets to move around somewhere. You're gonna jump all the way back here. You can actually, ooh, we can actually jump. We could actually do a death from above on you, and that would probably knock you over. That would be very crazy and like very nuts for us. It would put you right next door to the Kintaro or the Hunchback. That's probably not the best situation to be in. We're gonna move you. We're just gonna move. You just get to do a regular move here. You will be evasive. That's why it's so slow, because he has to lap around back. Okay. Evasive cover. You get to fire a shot at you. See, now if you overeat one, if you fire everything, so we're going to start turning things off slowly. We'll fire off just 2 lasers.
He's going down.
1 hits. Damage to left torso. Hunchback is going to come in and probably shot to the commando. Commando's probably dead. Yeah. Goodbye, commando. Goodbye, commando. Pulling down the water probably wasn't the best situation to be in. Right. You got a chance though.
Yes, Commander.
You've actually hit. So you want to be hit on the right-hand side, which means I want to be over here. So I want to move here. No, whoa, hold on. I definitely want to move in a particular way. Can I move over here? I can't see you if I go over there. Hang on, I need to switch my camera around. Okay. I want to move over here, and I can't get eyes on both of you, sadly. That's very bad. I can get you in the back if I do that, but I'll be showing my back to everybody else. It's inconvenient. Can I reverse? If I can reverse up here, I can do that.
I'm there.
So I can get some, hopefully some... I'm going to be on the wrong side of you, unfortunately, but I can slowly get some shots into your backside. Attack you. 85... 80-20 requires, if you fire it 2 turns in a row, it's unfortunate, but we're going to have to try nonetheless. Some good shots to the back left torso, maybe. Ooh, central torso hits. A lot of the Kintaro's trying to fight from the front, but I can take the hits. Not too bad. Right, my turn again. That Jenner needs to move up.
Commander?
That Jenner can melee the enemy Jenner. Although that said, I want to move you
Yes,
up
Commander.
around. Can you move over here? Where can we move that's a good place that has cover? I want to move to a place that has cover. That also gets a shot on the enemy Jenner there. Because that Jenner's almost down. Right? That Jenner's almost down. And it's taking a lot of damage from this side. So you definitely want to be hitting from this angle here. I'm going to be moving you up here. Let's try that out. Paradise hasn't actually been hit yet, so... Right, I'm going to attack you. Damn, it's a bit unfortunate. They all went to alternate rights to the same side. It's a bit weak. We're hitting dead on the back, which is inconvenient at best. But we're going to go straight up for... We're going to overheat off this, but we actually get a really good hit on the back here. 90% chance to hit with every weapon, and they don't actually have that much in the back. This could be a very good hit for us.
Unleashing hell.
A lot of damage, a lot of heat, a lot of armor. Very low structure on the back as well. Overheat, true. Oh, he turned to face him.
Ability, I'm going down.
Knocked down? That's inconvenient.
Blood in my eyes.
I wasn't expecting to be a knockdown. Because I guess you're gonna get the hit on you to be required to attack you. I think. Because that should give you good accuracy straight on the back there. Come on.
Roger, Commander. I've got the fire.
Urban Mech should go down at this point. Yes. Okay. Good. That's something at least.
Destroyed.
Bit of AC1s there. AC10s. They're just staying back and sniping at this point. Right. You are giving an extra special shot straight into the back of you again. Straight into the back of you again. Overheating like crazy, but
Affirmative.
on the arm. A little left leg down. Oh, that's why you went down. Left leg destroyed, knockdown. Good. They're gonna get 2 turns off this though, because their mech's gonna go one after the other. You got hopefully with left leg hurt, you can't get around completely. You can reverse a little bit though. That is going to be bad. Miss, though. Whew. Lucky on the miss. Although, a large amount of SRMs hitting there. Not too bad. We are guarded and entrenched because of Bulwark, which means if we don't move, we take half damage and we take half stability damage. Okay, you need to stand up, buddy.
Reporting.
You lost a leg. That's why you fell over. You lost a leg. Inconvenient
I'm
for
back up.
you.
Let's go.
Right. I kind of want to start moving over here and start basically getting closer and taking out
Have
you.
no doubt it will be done.
Between you two, I want to start working out, taking out this mech here. Possibly even start doing some rear damage to you, maybe? Hang on. That attack will... Shutdown warning. Okay, we need to be very, very careful what we're doing here. We can fire... The SR... No, maybe? Can we? We can fire 1 medium laser at you. Okay, so cancel that. We can fire 1 medium laser, so we can fire at you with 1 medium laser.
Target acquired and locked in.
Hits the leg, but we had to do that. We had to basically fire 1 medium laser. So you got to cool down. Okay, you
Commander?
can start meleeing people, but that's not inconvenient. Okay, move up here. Move up there and just basically start crawling this urban mech down, I think. We're gonna start crawling this urban mech down. So you can hit with everything. Or do you want to start... How much damage can you start dealing to you? It's unlikely we have to hit you, so it's very weak for us.
Got it.
Bit of damage here and there. Kintaro can sadly move. And Kintaro's going to start firing a lot of weapons at us. We are now unsteady, which is inconvenient. Right, it's your turn now.
Bye.
Can you move? Yes, you can.
On my way.
You're gonna go into the water, and you're basically gonna unload straight into the rear of that. 75% chance to hit with the AC-10. You get some really good hits here. That's a really, really nice spread for us. Have you got... we have Inspire. Because we've maxed out our morale bar, we can Inspire. Inspire Buckshot, please. Straight into the back of that. Straight there. 95% chance to hit with everything. This could be quite nice. Open fire.
Copy that. Firing up straight.
Left torso destroyed, left arm destroyed. A lot of damage done to the rear there. A lot of damage done to the rear there. Sadly, he gets to move behind us now. We're gonna be trading. We're gonna be trading rear shots, unfortunately. Ah, but he did not. Interesting. Jenner, can you?
Awaiting orders.
I wanted to see if you could do. Okay. Right, you get to move. So you get to move up and start doing some like damage from behind these people. Okay, start doing that. You know, start moving behind and start doing damage from behind things.
Yes, Commander.
How far you can move with even one working leg is interesting. I think I'm gonna I want to reserve my next move, I think. Can you start shooting into the rear end of you? How much can... This is how much heat we're going to lose because we're in the water? I'm going to start hitting with a lot of good stuff. Okay, that's actually going to do very well for us, I think.
Firing.
Shots into the rear structure there. Enemy turn. Are you going to start... Oh, you're going to melee. We're meleeing each other now. You will win the melee off, unfortunately.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
If you use melee, you can also attack with small lasers, I think. Okay, so... Can I reserve? Right, I can reserve. Kintaro's going to do it first, which is good, because I definitely want the Kintaro to... Although he's going to try to knock me over. He's going to succeed at knocking me over, I think. Yeah, head pilot injured, head hit, and knockover.
My mech is going over. Oh, there's blood
Lot.
in my cockpit.
Double injuries there. Okay, you need to move away. You need to reserve... not reserve. You need to stand up.
Yes, Commander.
You need to reverse...
I go down.
Reverse
I
here.
get up. Moving forward.
Just one step away and completely unload again into the back of the enemy hunchback. Because that will be beautiful. Sadly we stood up, but 65 there, 30 there. If we destroy the heavy... If we destroy the right arm, the right torso, which is likely, it'll lose the AC-20 and the medium laser, so it reduces him to push him as a small leader and melee attacks. Fire.
Okay, firing.
Central torso, I think it dies. Central torso destroyed. Hunchback down. Good. So we took out the hunchback, and we also get you.
Waiting for orders.
You moved, so I want to get you. Can I get you over? I want to get it's over here. Can I turn around completely? I cannot. You jump jet. You can jump jet over here. Turn around, and if you jump jet, you can face any direction because you're jump jetting. The jump jet over there.
Time to fly.
And hopefully you can get some. You can get some fire. Kintaro's out of range, but we can get some fire down on you at least. Overheat. That's because we're overheating. We're gonna. Oh, we're just gonna. What are we gonna do? We're gonna stabilize. We're gonna brace. We're gonna brace. I don't think you can melee us. Okay, so you miss. That's useful for us, because we want to brace to reduce our stuff, and also we can get some good attacks in with you. 70 to 75%. You are currently guarded. But we'll basically start a couple of... You're a bit low. I definitely want to make sure we can move this again. I'll just move into the water. Move into the water. Jump into the water. And get a good attack on your back end there. Sadly, not on that side. Not great, but we shall fire what we can. 40%, but a little bit here and there can't go amiss. Managed to hit something, and the disgener,
Yes, Commander.
can go straight behind and unload everything.
Moving out.
You're going to overheat if this happens, but it's very worthwhile doing it for you. So you managed to get a good behind hit on that Kintaro. A very nice behind hit on that Kintaro. Look at that. Straight into the rear. I don't care if you shut down over this. I don't care if you shut down, because there's no progression in this. As long as you survive with one mech, you win. And getting a good hit there, that's 25 damage away from dying. That's not much farther away from that. It's worth hitting with absolutely everything. You can actually... I'm just shy of an Inspire. So let's not go for a shutdown. Let's go slightly short of a shutdown. Let's go for an SRM hit then, because an SRM hit could get him to unsteady.
The target is confirmed.
Some good hits there. Ooh, right torso down. That's fantastically good already. Lost the medium laser and an SRM6.
It's getting hot in here.
Kintaro has to move away, or try to back away for a bit, and actually went for guarded and entrenched,
Right
which
here.
means you get to move forward. You're gonna get to move forward, and move over here, so you get a good sight there. Good sight lines.
Say so.
We are far nicer right now. We're not actually in the water blast. Okay. So open fire with everything. We are actually in the water. We're still technically in the water. Open fire with everything.
Roger that.
Ooh. That was a lot of damage to his right torso. A lot of damage to right torso. The structure for that is already quite low.
My mech is falling over.
Left leg is down. It's two Jenners with lost legs now.
Ah,
That's two Jenners with bad legs. Okay, you need to stand up.
waiting for orders.
You need to stand up.
And ready for more.
Right. Keep
to
moving.
position.
Get some good hits out.
Oh,
Get some good
no.
fire out
My
somewhere.
mech is limping.
Can we get a good hit on you? It's unlikely because everything else is in the way. Obstructed, unfortunately. But we're going to try nonetheless.
Roger that.
Thankfully, it's not the way it works. You can't actually hit your friends, sadly. Can we just dump up here? We can. It's overheat warning if we do, but we're totally going to go for a shutdown now.
Going skyward.
We're definitely going for a shutdown. We're going to have to spend everything we have, but that could finish you off. Shutdown warning, I don't care. Blast him with everything.
Target acquired and locked in.
Left torso destroyed. Central torso destroyed. Right torso destroyed. Completely destroyed. Heat mech shutdown? Irrelevant. That was beautifully done, Paradise. Beautifully done. Right. Hunchback gets to move along and say hi to you. We still in the water here? We are still in the water here. We only have 4 AC 20 shots left, so we don't want to necessarily waste them. But that's a good chance to get some good hits in. That's worth doing, actually. I will fire that out. Is it worth inspiring for that? No, we're just going to fire it out. We're just going to fire out as normal.
Affirmative.
That's probably a central a torso region gone. Which means the small laser's done. Goodbye, small laser. Oh, you're just trying to shoot me with... AC 10 hurts a lot. That's 75 damage. It's literally you have AC 2, AC 5, and AC 10, and AC AC 2, 5, 10, and 20. So it's actually half the size of my gun, but it does do quite a bit of damage. You need to restart. Your entire turn is spent basically booting up your mech.
Good to go.
You can't Angel of Death, sadly, but you can jump over. No, we're gonna just move into the water. Move into the water. Chill out a little bit. Get some shots out. Fire just fire both of those. Bit of damage to central torso. Between central torso. Okay, so you.
Yes,
I'm just gonna walk straight up and blast him.
Roger that.
Walk straight up, inspire, and blast him. Inspire. 95% chance to hit. Probably dead. Yeah. There we go. What started off quite badly ended up doing quite well. Keep the Jennas moving around. 4 medium lasers does a lot of damage. I like that one. And of course, I do like an AC-20. You can't not like an AC-20. Come on. An action report. So, Commando was down. Witness didn't actually do much. Not sure why you were there, Witness. I like these two. Witness did well, did okay. He did a little bit. I think the only thing he did was he sensor locked an urban mech once. The Jenners did a lot of nice work. A lot of nice work. You lost an arm and a leg, and you lost a leg. But other than that, okay. You almost died. You were 50 damage to the central torso from dying. You actually took very little damage. Because if you roll, everything's like done on dice. So whenever you attack something, you have a way of a chance of hitting everything in that area. So for example, because they were probably attacked in the, you were probably attacked in the right leg, some of that damage just carries on. Damage just kind of carries on through. So if you attacked on the left torso and your left torso isn't there anymore, the damage carries onto your central torso. And you took a bit of damage everywhere, but nothing got through your armor. You did fantastically well, Buckshot. Those turns where you could just stand still and unload the AC-20 into the rear, fantastically done. Kintaro lost basically all his torso sections and both of his arms. Hunchback pretty much lost everything on the left-hand side. One of the Urban Mechs again lost all his torsos, and the other one lost... It's interesting because the mechs are the same, so this guy decided to put Buckshot on Urban Mech, which isn't necessarily a bad idea because the Urban Mech is designed to stay back and snipe with the AC-10. The AC-10 is a good weapon just to stay back and snipe. It does 75 damage if it hits, so not a bad idea. 75 damage will go through a lot of armor. Like 75 damage is enough to completely destroy a leg on a light mech, for example. The Urban Mech is nice to stand back and just snipe at legs and snipe at destroys. 75 damage will actually completely destroy any part of a commando it hits apart from the central torso. That's a good. There you go. 75 damage will destroy any part of a commando it hits apart from the central torso. Will destroy either the legs of a Jenner. It won't destroy the left or right torsos, but it will destroy the arms. It was fantastic. Beautifully done. And neutral forces, again, not relevant now. 35 minutes, 10 rounds. I enjoyed that. Did you? Let me know. I'm loving this game, and I will probably do a few more battles. And after every battle it says, do you want to try out a survey? I'll fill out a survey later on. But they were awesome. And so for next, for example, I'll probably do a different survey, a different lance completely. But for my personal tastes, according to... if I was going to do, which that was Striker, wasn't it? I'd probably change the commando for something else. I've only got about 2.5 to play around with, so I'd only go as high. I can only probably go as high as that. I can't go any higher. So it's basically, see, a large laser MD, a medium laser commando probably would be more interesting because large lasers are far longer range. Medium lasers as well. Locusts have SRM-2s, LRM-5s against strike locusts with a lot of like long-range missiles. Urban Mech, you can't fault the Urban Mech. The Urban Mech's really decent for a little mech. Big gun on one side, all it's got, and the Locust 1V machine guns. Okay, that's just for cheapness. So I'd save a total of 0.7. So how much higher could I go? I could go up another 0.8 if I went that now. 0.8 would take me to 5.4. So I could go from the Hunchback and go for a Centurion, which has an AC 10, LRM 10, and some medium lasers. Or large laser, medium lasers, the LRM 10s. A lot of heat sinks. A Shadowhawk. Has interesting Shadowhawk, and Shadowhawk has an AC 5, so it's even less damage but longer range. LRM 5 and some SRM 2s. And probably can go as high up as this Shadowhawk, which was an SD2H. Has a bit of everything in it. The Trebuchet, medium lasers, and double LRMs. Basically, the Trebuchet I think is a small catapult. It's a medium catapult, I believe. And the Griffin here has LRM ammos and a PPC. It's a Griffin and a PPC. LRM and a PPC is a very long range there. Interesting. Yeah. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm loving this. Catch you guys next time. Bye.